become I'll just add it.
Hey, all you wonderful people. Welcome to PCP, the Pixel Clicks podcast. I'm Jordan, and today's shirt is brought to you by Loot Crate, who we are not sponsored by.
There's a new guy this time.
But, oh yes, but as always, I am not alone, so why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Let's start with you, Sergio.
My name is Sergio. I am wearing high shorts, my booty's kind of out, and I have a tank top that has my face on it.
Oh, you work it, girl. Shane, how about you?
I guess you can see what I'm wearing. So,
Girl, you so fine.
Now, we have a special person here right now.
Who are you
His
talking
name is
about?
Cody.
Oh no.
Cody, why are you special right now?
'Cause it's my birthday. It's my candle blowing birthday. I'm totally gonna get sued by that guy now for saying that.
That's right. It's Cody's birthday. Brr, brr, brr.
After Effects
now
crew,
here
put in
come
some
all
fireworks
all
right
of
here.
my naked pictures.
Oh whoa.
Hold on.
It's so
I don't
good,
know if
I
I'm
can
ready
just
for
stab
that.
a syringe into my arm.
Shh. We got props here.
Yeah.
PCP. We got props.
It's really just the pen, guys. It's just the pen. It looks like a
It's
syringe.
got PCP
Anyway.
in it.
Oh, I'm wired for this one. So welcome to PCP, the Pixel Clicks podcast. We do talk about video games and stuff. So what's going on in this week in the wonderful world of video games?
A whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
It's usually really kind of a stale and quiet after any of these industry events and stuff like that. And with two of them
Oh,
in
yeah.
a row, there ain't nothing this week.
There's really nothing. So I feel like today we're just gonna be talking a lot about releases and what we're playing. So does anyone have a list of releases that just came out this week?
Ori and
We-
the Blind Forest.
Check.
So speaking of Ori and the Blind Forest,
Boom. You're welcome. That still counts as mine, by the way.
Right.
that's fine. Hey Sergio, you have a Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to play Ori and the Blind Forest?
No.
Okay. I did a stream of it on Friday, and I have
Yeah.
to say, I really totally love that game.
How much do you know
Like,
about Jordan?
Enough to where I think it might have already dethroned Resident Evil Revelations 2
I
as
really
my
don't
favorite
know
game of
why
the
I
year
said
so
it that
far.
way.
I'm just going to let it go
Yeah.
like
Don't
I'm
let-
Elsa.
One thing that I think is pretty cool about the game is that they have an intro that's equivalent to the opening of Up.
The intro broke my heart. I hated it so much.
Mhm.
Just so you guys know, I'm about to spoil the first 10 minutes of Ori and the Blind Forest. So
Hands up, guys.
since
Hands
Spirit
up, don't
Fingers-
spoil.
Hands up, don't spoil.
You heard it here first, folks.
Actually,
Jesus.
Hands up. Nothing can control
So-
your private parts now.
So,
When
so the
Sergio
game-
puts his
so the
hands
game
down,
starts-
that's when you know that the spoilers are over, guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that's,
that
how we,
everything's
that's how we know.
yeah.
When Sergio puts his hands down, that's when the spoilers are over. So, in Ori and the Blind Forest, the first 10 minutes, when you start it, it's such a beautiful game to look at. You see, like, a beautiful sky with clouds and trees and wind, and then there's a horrible storm, and Ori is ripped from, I guess, the Tree of Life, basically, and he flies off, and he gets found by a forest dweller, which I don't know what to call her really, but her name is Naru, Naru, and I'm just assuming it's a woman, it's a female. I'm pretty sure Naru's a female. Anyway, Naru takes Ori in, and and she raises him as if she's her own, and it's a really really sweet opening to the game, but that quickly changes.
When the Fire
And
Nation
it-
attacks.
Basically. basically, it gets super depressing very quickly. Um, basically, like Naru goes out to find food for herself and Ori because they only have like one little piece of fruit left. But it turns out she can't get to the fruit, so she decides to go back to the cave where she and Ori lives, and then she gives Ori the last piece of fruit, and she's like, "Oh no, it's okay. I already ate." And then she goes to sleep, and then Ori eats the food, and then like goes out and like finds the fruit himself, then comes back to the cave, and Naru's freaking dead. Like she's just dead.
Damn.
Like
It's one of those moments, just like in The Lion King, like Papa, get up, Papa, why are you
No,
doing
don't
this?
even.
You know,
I almost wanted to immediately just stop playing because I just felt so bad.
guys,
why'd you have to bring up The
I want to
Lion
make
King
the
thing?
beginning of my video game so depressing that they just stop playing, so we don't have to make a game after that point.
I totally didn't
So-
realize that like my camera's gonna make that backwards. You have no idea what that said.
yeah, that's true.
I could
Well,
tell.
Yeah, for us it's fine. Yeah, it's backwards on stream. Anyway, so then Ori still has no food, and now the person that was taking care of him is dead. So he just starts walking off by himself, and then he dies. But when he dies, he basically finds his way back to the Tree of Life, and using its last bit of energy, it brings him back to life, and now Ori is alive again, and it's up to him to reawaken the forest. Well,
So basically, Ori is Oliver Queen in the fantasy world.
So
Yes.
basically, this movie is kind of like Final Fantasy Spirits Within, and
Exactly.
like Baldur.
that is the
Is it?
perfect analog to this game. Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. Oh, and if you guys didn't notice, Sergio put his hands down, so the spoilers are over.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Ori and the Blind Forest is a really beautiful game. It's a Metroidvania style game, which is basically it's a platformer with gated progress. So as you go through the game, you'll find, oh, I can't reach that thing. So you go off, get a new ability, and come back to explore, and then you could get different things as you go on. So it's a really great game, and I'm a sucker for those kinds of games. Like every time I play one, I love it. Like Guacamelee, it's a fantastic game. Fantastic. But yes, if you have an Xbox One, get Ori and the Blind Forest. It's definitely worth the $20 that you have to pay for it. Or you know what? Wait until it goes on sale if you're on a budget.
And if you
I
have
love that
anything
game.
else, you should get Hotline Miami 2.
Yes, which is
I've heard
also
that's been controversial. Like
an
people have been
awesome,
really mad
awesome
at
game.
it.
Why are they really mad at it?
I don't know.
They're
That's why I
just
was
mad
asking.
because it's got more windows.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Get good.
Get good.
Yeah. No, seriously, I don't understand the controversy behind Hotline Miami 2. Like, it's basically yeah.
Yeah.
Got that on that Vita. It's basically Hotline Miami 1, but it's bigger. Like every room you go into is bigger than how it was in Hotline Miami 1, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure it's intended to be like you play Hotline Miami 1 and then immediately after jump into 2. Because it's just a progression of how Hotline Miami 1 was. And I like that. Shane, you look like you have something to say.
Nah, I just. Okay. I'll be the first to say that the story in Hotline Miami 1 was near non-existent.
There was no
It
story in
was-
Hotline Miami 1.
It was there, but you couldn't make any sense of it. But the game was amazing.
Yeah.
The problem with Hotline Miami 2 was it kind of teetered itself onto the opposite side, where the gameplay was still good, but then
Yeah.
they went really heavy with the story, and the story still wasn't that good. So it's kind of in that weird spot where you just like I played it. I actually did buy it, so I'm
Yeah.
not talking shit about shit I didn't play. But yeah, the story is just why? What? And I think just I think the thing that most people will be more excited about, yes, Cody. Oh wait, no, that was Skype. Hey, guys, everybody, Skype saying it's Cody's birthday today. Apparently, for me.
Woo! Happy
Like you're like,
birthday!
yes, Cody, we
Woo!
get it. I'm like, it's not me, man. Why you mad at me, man? I'm leaving. Fuck this.
Brap, brap, brap. 21 gun salute.
But
Brap, 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 brap.
I guess the main thing is, I think everybody at this point was kind of let down by the story. Soundtrack's fantastic. Can we take
Oh,
a
yeah,
minute
it's
to say how
super.
amazing the soundtrack is?
No, the soundtrack is super, super good. I'm trying to find a way to just download the whole thing so I could just put it on my iPod and just listen to it on an infinite loop.
You can buy it for $15 on Steam.
Then I will do that. Because I don't even know where I put my Hotline Miami 1 soundtrack. Like, I want that. I want to be listening to both of them at once. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's go back to the story. I have no problems with the story whatsoever. Because I am in the camp where if there is a story, I'm going to enjoy the game more. Even if it's a crappy story, I'm going to enjoy the game more than if there's no story. I already enjoyed Hotline Miami 1, and the story was, hey, why are you doing this? Because. Because what? Because. That was the
Hey.
story of Hotline Miami 1.
Yeah, people were messing with girl. Did he say it at the beginning?
At the very beginning, and then you kill that guy.
Yeah. And then he just
Because-
goes and murders even more people. I
Yeah,
don't know
why-
why.
Why did you kill that guy? Because. that was
Jacket
literally the
just kind of
story.
one-dimensional.
What I like about Hotline Miami's 2 story is just that it's so. I'm not gonna say like crash, but there's a bunch of different. There's like, I don't know how
So
many.
there's a bunch of racists who do stuff in it, and then they figure out that they're not so different.
Surprisingly,
yeah.
not that many racists in the
Yeah. Unless you look at the fact that you kill so many Russian people as racist, then
If you're racist, I don't know. Right.
Yeah.
people.
but- oh, I totally forgot where I was going with this.
Story.
It's been a long day, guys.
Makes it better.
Yes, the story. There's like I don't know, 132 different playable characters, and I really like that because it really forces you to change up how you play the game.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Absolutely,
back in
I
Hotline
agree.
Miami 1.
Tony forever. I love Tony and Hotline Miami. I don't care.
Oh, Fists of Fury.
Yes.
Yeah. So like in Hotline Miami 1, you know you get to choose your different masks, and each mask has a different attribute or different limiter or whatever. This time around, there's certain characters that do have masks. There's certain characters that don't, and yeah, I just like the different variety in character choice. Like, I hope this isn't spoiling much, but in like the second act, you play as this dude who does non-lethal takedowns on people, and that level is awesome. Like you could murder everyone, or you just do non-lethal takedowns, and it's great. Like,
Which is
if you
the
wanna
right
murder
way
somebody-
to play it if you're like a Metal Gear Solid fan.
Yeah, exactly. You become Solid Snake in those levels. Like
Yeah,
if you
you're a
want,
Hotline Miami, then you just go around with a shot shit out of everybody.
you could do that. I mostly prefer using melee weapons or
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger.
I'd rather
Tony's the
Tony,
best.
but if I get forced to use guns, I'll use a shotgun and just run around. Not even
Yeah.
shooting him, just tossing it at him.
But yeah, there's like I think 5 different stories happening all at once. There is a movie being shot. Then there's like these 5 vigilantes, which is really 4 vigilantes. It's like 2 dudes are the same guy. Like,
Yep.
it's kind of weird. There is a cop. There's a writer, and I think that's all I've seen. I'm only in the second act, so those are all the characters I've seen so far, and it's cool. I like it. Yeah, I think Hollow Miami 2 is the natural progression of how the game should be. Anyway, just because I like that the levels are bigger. It gives you more to do, but I feel like there's also less things to discover. Like you can't find. I haven't seen like extra masks or something lying around anywhere. So that's kind of a kind of sucks. But I don't know. I haven't beaten the game yet, so maybe it's in there somewhere.
I think most of that is going to come with custom leather. I think that's what there's that stuff for. Is they literally once that comes out, there's an infinite content. So,
yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to the level editor. That's gonna be great.
yeah, and I think that's what the devs are counting on is the majority of Hotline Miami 2 is going to be spent with custom levels. And necessarily. So, and I think that's another reason people are upset, maybe, is because the main game is kind of, it's there, you can play through it, it's got all the same beats as the first one, but it's kind of obvious that the custom level editor is where it's going to be the big part.
I'll be honest, the second I beat the game probably twice, because I believe you unlock hard mode after you beat it the first time. After I beat hard mode or whatever harder difficulty is next, I'm gonna stop playing. I'm not gonna go into the custom games at all. Don't care. I really do not care. I got way too many other things to play.
You're a busy man.
If I have to say something negative about Hotline Miami 2 is that because of the bigger levels, I feel like I can't exactly just jump in and do a thing like right quick, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just spend 5 minutes, beat this level, and then go about my business. I feel like I need more time to pick through the things I know. Oh, okay, there's a guy in this room, there's a guy over in that room, there's guys all over the place I'm not seeing until I get over there and just get killed randomly. So I guess that's one of the bad things about it, where it's like Hotline Miami 1, 5 minutes, beat a level, good to go. This one, 10 minutes. And I get a general idea of where all the bad guys are, then I could go and fight them all. So I usually finish the level within maybe 15, 20 minutes, give or take. So maybe I'm just awful at the game, probably. But
what grades have you been getting, Jordan?
Terrible grades, like B minus, C's. Yeah. So maybe I'm just awful at the game, but that is one that if I have to pick out a negative, that would be it. Like I can't just jump in really quick, like on my lunch break, and then jump out really that's the only thing I have against it.
Fair enough.
I feel like more games should let you just run around like with masks on, maybe rob things. Kind of like in Grand Theft Auto Online, where they finally released heists.
There you go.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to be level 12 to
One person has to be level 12.
One person. One person has to be level 12 to be the heist planner.
Yep.
And then and then you just pick people to fulfill other roles, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like say Cody is the heist planner or whatever. When he finally gets the game on PC.
I was gonna say I love these heists so far. They've been amazing. Best thing ever. Thank you, Rockstar.
So and then he'll go, okay. Shane, I need you to be the driver. Sergio, you are the muscle. Jordan, don't get killed.
Good option since I actually have made my character into a driver.
Vroom vroom.
Nailed it. But how many people do you need for a full heist?
4, right?
Is it 4?
It's 4.
Oh, sweet.
It's the leader, getaway driver, muscle, gunman or whatever, and then like a hacker type.
Yeah, guys, I'm not a hacker. We're gonna fail every time. Can we do it with 2 muscles? Sergio, can you hack? I can't do it.
All right, I'm gonna have to do it in my muscle shirt though, because I'm still the muscle, so I have to.
All right, you're the muscle hacker.
Unfortunately, my biceps are too big that I can't put my arms together to type on the keyboard. I need 2 separate keyboards on either side of my body.
I can just like picture some like that's totally gonna be a movie now. Is there's just gonna be like, oh, he's not just a hacker, he's an ultra hacker, and you have like 3 computers, and he's just like. He's got like he's got like keyboards on. He's got touch screens, and he's like.
He has to
be Oh.
I so happen to look like Angelina Jolie fighting a robot that wants to destroy the world with nuclear bombs. That's an old reference. Nobody gets it because no one is 90 years old except me.
What is the reference?
So hard.
I don't know what that's referring to.
I'm trying so hard to put that one together.
That one's a movie where Angelina Jolie and Matthew Broderick, where they fight a computer via being hackers. I think it's called Hackers.
Yeah, it's hackers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, original name.
Stupid hacker names.
I thought you were talking about the other terrible Angelina Jolie movie.
Endgame?
Captain and the World of Tomorrow.
Wait, she was in that? I don't even remember her in that movie.
She was in that.
I have not seen that movie.
That's when Angelina Jolie was Snake Plissken, and she escaped New York, but now she had gender change and was in space.
That's literally what she was in the movie. Not gonna argue with it.
That sounds about right. So yeah, heists are...
Jolie. Where's my cigar?
Let's go save the space goats from getting rocketed into space.
Forgot everything behind me is fake.
If they're space goats, wouldn't they want to go to space?
No! They're supposed to stay here on Earth.
Stay here on Earth, brah.
Birthday.
Birthday. Alright.
Well, if they go into space, maybe they could be a star citizen?
Yeah, because like
Citizen.
it's so high up that it's like in the sky, right? And it's like crazy. So just the amount of
crazy.
How high.
It's like they could almost fall out of the sky.
It's as if something. It's as if something were falling down, like a Titanfall 2 outfit or something. Like a falling star.
Didn't even go with the Star Citizen thing.
What?
We didn't even go into the Star Citizen thing.
Going straight through.
No. I got you. What are you talking about? You're talking about stars. Stars fall, kind of like Titans fall.
Absolutely.
Quick side note before we talk about the Titanfall 2 announcement being multi-platform.
That's it. We're done.
Thanks for giving away this, Jordan. We don't have.
We have nothing left to say about that Titanfall 2 announcement because we just said it.
Okay,
let's go back.
Are you guys looking forward to Titanfall 2 at all?
Sure. No. That's about it.
I still have to play Titanfall 1.
Right?
Plays it anymore. So let's go to the game that we were really trying to play, which I interrupted Jordan.
Star Citizen.
No, we're on Titanfall 2 right now.
Derailed us. It's like I ended or something.
If I remember correctly, all of the DLC is free for Titanfall 1 at the moment.
Yeah. For a certain period of time, they've basically made the season pass free for everybody.
Yeah, which is amazing because from all accounts, that game is good. Not
Yeah.
great because there's just not enough modes in it, but it's fun enough. It's a good analog for Call of Duty or Battlefield stuff.
I think it's just
More,
underplayed.
yes, it is because it's Xbox One exclusive, Xbox exclusive. Nope, Microsoft
And
exclusive.
PC.
Yeah, Microsoft exclusive because there's
Which
the
the new one
360
isn't.
version. Yes.
That was one of the things, is that Titanfall 2 will be on PlayStation. So, hey,
Yes,
He
that's the
was
thing.
Zach Campbell. He was whatever his last name is,
Campbell?
Cambucci.
Campbell? Oh, Zampella.
Zach Kombucha even went on to say that that they did the exclusivity deal specifically for business reasons because they didn't have enough money to make the game to begin with.
Oh yeah, no, that was obvious right out of the gate. But I'm glad that Titanfall's finally going multi-platform because that's one of the things that really like limited its popularity because the highest selling version was the 360 version because there's just a
Everybody had
bigger install base there.
Yeah.
The Xbox One was the least selling one because you had to buy an Xbox One for it. My friend played Titanfall on PC and he liked it enough, but I remember he stopped playing like a week or two later because he was done with it. Like there's nothing else to do.
Yeah,
Really.
that's really what it comes down to. Like, it's not a bad game. You
Yeah.
play it for like a day or two, and then you've seen everything.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well,
So I'm hoping now that they can go multi-platform. Maybe now there's gonna be a lot more stuff because I mean they learned a lot from Titanfall 1. So I'm gonna
They'll
assume
have access to the 20 million players.
yeah. So I'm gonna assume that now there's gonna be a legitimate story mode because Titanfall 1 story mode was just multiplayer modes with some sort of story layered on top of it, which didn't really work out all that much. So that should be fun. I'm still dubious about it because I haven't played the first one and I only played Call of Duty for about a month or two, and I don't know if I could do that again, but with giant robots as well, which sounds cool, but
It's Call of Duty.
it's still Call of Duty at the end of the day.
In
So,
space!
that's really what it comes down to.
When-
It's like
Yeah.
I said, it's basically just Call of Duty. I mean, the robots are cool, but
Yeah.
I
They
played
should have
like
just called it Call of Duty, a super advanced warfighter.
I played it in
Super
beta
advanced.
for like 3 hours, and I was like, all right, I got everything I'm
Yeah.
ever gonna get out of these robots. They were cool, but they're like, like I said, takes an hour or two tops, and you're done with them.
The next one you should
Yeah.
get, instead of giant robots, everyone rides a Johnny Five. If you know
Oh
what
my
I'm talking
god! I would love that so much because he's alive.
He's alive.
Remember the end of Short Circuit 2 when he gets all beat up like by that old man. He has to make himself all decked out at a freaking Radio Shack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gives himself a mohawk and like, he has an eye patch.
You wouldn't be able to do that now.
That other Short Circuit movie where like the entire human race got into spaceships, went into space, and he was like a trash compactor, and he fell in love with another robot called Eve, and it was crazy. Everybody was fat.
That was a Wall-E reference.
That's Wall-E.
Oh, what? That's not the same movie?
Yep. It's basically
look
the same.
exactly the
It's like how
same.
Chappie. It's like how Chappie's just Short Circuit, but with guns. Well, more guns.
It's Chappie's more like RoboCop, but with more guns.
Chappie's really broke up with more guns. I agree with that.
I haven't
seen-
seen Chappie. I just saw.
I seen
I just saw the trailer. I was like, this is like Short Circuit, but with guns.
It's
I don't know if I would recommend the movie to you guys. I'm not
Which
sure.
I-
It's RoboCop with Diane Tward. That's what it is. And
Oh.
Morgan.
It's just that the story is kind of a mess, and there's a lot of questionable acting directing choices.
Yeah.
To make you worry about the Neil Blomkamp movie circuit,
What?
does it make you worried about the Aliens movie next year?
No, it doesn't make me afraid because I liked Elysium and I really like District 9. So I'd say this is 2 for 1. So he did good on 2 movies. One of them wasn't so great.
Well, the thing I'm afraid of with Neil Blomkamp is that it kind of feels like it's a downward slope because District 9 was
It was good.
fantastic. Elysium was okay. It was pretty cool, I guess. It wasn't
would
as
say
great
it's
as District 9.
I would say Elysium was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was okay, but that's me. I'm
Yeah,
easily
no,
tricked to like stuff.
yeah, no, I enjoyed it, but it was I think it was an okay movie. Like I would watch it again. Why not? If I had the choice,
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
I think he needs a writing partner. I think that's what he needs. It's a writing
Agreed.
partner.
Agreed.
Because the first one, solid, a little over the head, but really good written movies. Second one, a little more looser, but it was still there. This third one's a mess. Like he's trying to put it was trying to put too many ideas.
Yeah.
And so like if he would have gotten a writing partner just to help him trim it, I think, or like tighten it up, I think it would have been a really great movie. But unfortunately, there's just too many stuff. And oh man, the rap artists weren't the greatest.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so basically, Chappie is RoboCop, but it's just RoboCop mostly, but not as great.
RoboCop and like iRobot, I guess.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. And then
Like iRobot in the sense of like I am alive, I can't believe it.
yeah, and then if you really want to boil it down, District 9 is like Dances with Wolves, but with aliens.
Extreme. Cannon. Godzilla.
And then Elysium is just,
Matt Damon.
the peasants on
Pretty
Earth want to be the citizens in space. And Elysium, they're basically star citizens. Speaking of Star Citizen,
I would get this one. Go for it. I could have totally destroyed it. But go.
Yes, you could have. As you destroyed most of my transitions. They're all I have, Sergio. They're all I have.
Don't talk to anybody, all right? I'm sorry. All right, we can go.
So I have
I
I have a few terabyte hard drives, external hard drives. And the interesting thing about Star Citizen is that might take up 1/10 of my 1 terabyte hard drive because that game might be 100 gigabytes.
By the time that game's finished, you might not even have enough room.
Right? 100 gigabytes. Honestly, that's the biggest. Is that the biggest game?
Yeah.
Unless you go like balls to the wall with Skyrim, probably, yeah.
How big is WoW? Is that 80
Well, that's actually kind of small,
gigabytes?
I think.
Wow, they actually managed to shrink down to 60.
It's 60?
Okay.
Hold on.
That sounds more right.
Okay, Cody's looking.
Yeah, but 100 gigs is insane.
Yeah.
We all seen what's in this game. This game looks incredible.
Supposedly, according to my computer, WoW was only 30 gigs.
What? Well, okay, wait. Is that just the base game? Like, does that include the?
No, like that's my whole WoW folder
extensions?
is 30 gigs.
Really? Wow.
Uh,
I think that was one of the bonuses of that new file structure they swapped to, is that it was a lot smaller.
Yeah. Well, that's impressive, Blizzard. So Cloud Imperium Games. 100 gigabytes. I'm having a hard time wrapping that around in my head. Like wrapping my head around that.
And it will only get bigger from there with patches and stuff.
Yeah, that's an insane.
The game's trying to do like everything though. That's why it's so big. It's like really like 5 games in one. You know?
Yeah,
FPS, PvP, arena. Then there's a single starship player mode.
Yeah, I'm really super interested in that game. Like, I just want to go in a spaceship and just explore planets. That's all I want to do. But I'm probably going to be doing that more in No Man's Sky, if that ever works.
I gotta tell you, the part that excites me is like the whole first-person aspect of it, because it's just it's so immersive, just climbing around a multi-person ship and getting into a new spaceship. That's so cool.
Just
Just hope they make
imagine.
like gigantic ships like the size of a Star Destroyer, and it takes you like 5 hours to get in the
Get out of my
cockpit.
face. Get out of my
You,
face. If they put that in there, I'm gonna.
you know,
You know.
you know what I
Disney,
want.
do it.
You know
Put
what I
the Death
really
Star.
want. Oh, that'd be that's
Take
no
you
move.
days.
Uh,
You have to log
you
off,
know,
go take a nap, come back. I think I can. I think I can.
this is what I really want. I want there to be like a giant, like, galactic freighter of a spaceship that you can go into, or you can have, and I want it just to be randomly. What if it just broke down for whatever reason, right? And then you're in this thing, and there's like flickering lights, and you're just walking
Space Hulk.
first person shooter, and then like it's like what's happening, and you hear something in the dark, but you don't know what it is.
Ooga booga.
Alien Isolation. That's what that is.
Tyranids.
Think about that. Imagine if that can happen. You're just playing the game, just this is cool. I'm just having fun. Oh no, I'm suddenly in a survivor horror game.
Well, here's the thing: if we keep giving them money, they'll do that.
Yeah. Give them even more money, guys. It's
If-
not like
if you
they don't
wanna-
already have enough.
But here's the thing:
keep giving it.
if you keep giving them money, the game will never come out because they'll keep making it more awesome.
No, you know what? You know what? If that game ever does come out, and one of you gets a gigantic Star Destroyer frigate of a ship, I will board your ship without you
I
knowing.
want to work on it.
I will board your ship without you knowing, and I will fuck with you all day. I will put you into a survival horror game. I will mess with your mind.
If any one of you guys get a Star Destroyer, I'm just gonna clean it and I'm gonna be a janitor. And if there's any equations on the whiteboard, I'll solve them, and you won't ever know it's me. So that's how I'll mess with you. Yeah.
Oh, you know, we should all
That
we
is
should all
crazy.
get that game and just like we should all get that game and just like fly around the universe and just attack people. We could be Pixel Clicks pirates. It'll be great.
I like that.
I like
Yes.
that too.
I was just curious. I went to see how big Elder Scrolls Online is, and it's actually 41
Yeah.
gigabytes. Actually, almost 42 gigabytes. So
Wow.
way
Is that-
bigger than WoW.
Isn't Destiny 62 gigs?
Is it?
I think it is some ridiculous number. I don't remember exactly.
Isn't a lot of Destiny
But-
like hosted on your actual like console though?
Look,
Yeah.
let's be honest about Destiny. It's not a very well optimized game or a good game at all.
Mystery. I'm
You know, I haven't played that game since like November, December, and I'm good. I'm good. I bought the season pass. I saw the first DLC. I'm like, all right, whatever. This is more Destiny, and I just didn't do it. I just did not do it. Okay, wait. So Star Citizen, like, it's a full on MMO, right?
Pretty much.
Is it
Yeah.
gonna be like a full on MMO?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
And you just fly around. You just fly around in the universe like by yourself or with friends or whatever.
With other people,
Yeah.
yeah. If you want to.
Like,
It's too much power. I don't like it.
Is there going to be a story at all, or is it just your
Yeah,
your,
there is a
your
story mode.
experience is the story? Oh, there is.
There's a story mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be your adventures in space. That's your story. That's what the story is. Like random things happen to you, and like, oh yeah, this is a great game. That's interesting. Like I would like
know anything about this story? Like,
I
It's
don't
just
know.
called like the Squadron story or something like that. I forget what it's called. That's all I know.
Oh well, that's interesting. I mean, like if that game, when that game eventually comes out, I could imagine myself losing lots of hours to it. But I feel like that would be like the kind of perfect game if you're like wearing like a VR helmet, like an Oculus Rift or something. Which I am looking forward to that because I don't know if you guys know, but it's coming out in what 2016,
yeah,
and that
2016.
means.
next year.
And that means, guys, you know what that means, right?
Mm.
Virtual reality porn. We made it. We
Did you
made
ever
it.
see? Have you guys ever seen what's that movie? What's that movie called? Minority
Lawnmower
Report.
Man?
Minority Report, where he walks into this virtual reality center, and then you see some guys with the only question I have to say is like you can't even feel anything. It's just virtual
So
stuff.
it is just virtual, but it
Might
relies
as well have a
on the
big
fact
screen
that
TV.
it's cutting off all of your
Hanging
the
bits.
sensory like
Oh. Sensory. What is that next word? Deprivation.
deprecation. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, the main thing is like when you're in a VR headset, you literally cannot hear anything else. You can't see anything else.
Yeah.
So it, like immerses you in it. So it makes it kind of weird. And I remember some guy describing it like basically you have phantom limbs.
Guys,
I could see that.
do you know what game I cannot wait for and will be completely amazing for Oculus Rift / Morpheus?
What?
Is that new indie game Adrift, which is basically Gravity. The
Yes, yes, I want that game so
Oh,
bad.
my God.
And no, it's gonna have a VR compatibility. I listened to an interview with what's his name, Adam Orth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy who accidentally made the text of deal with it. If you
Yeah,
can't,
deal with it. Hashtag deal with it. It basically ruined his life, but then now he's making a drift, and I'm happy about that. I believe he is too. Yeah, like he said that it's gonna have full VR support, so that's exciting. Basically, Adrift is a first-person puzzler / experience type of game where
I think they're called softcore shooters or something like that.
I'm not going to call it that. I'm going to call it a first-person experience. A first-person experience in the vein of think Gone Home, except you're in a broken-down space station, and you're constantly having to replenish your oxygen tank. So, but then here's the thing: as your oxygen tank is going down because you're breathing, you also have to use your oxygen to propel yourself through the space station because there's 0G. That's the only way you can move yourself. You have to do something about it. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah.
I also
really-
want No Man's Sky available.
Yes. I really like there's a lot of space games coming out like in the next few years.
Space games.
I feel like we don't get enough of those.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Make sci-fi.
Yeah, like
Speaking of space, Star Wars.
Really quickly, before we get to that,
getting
there's
there.
this game out there that I can't wait for. It's called Dreadnought. I don't know if you heard about this, but it's basically every player commands like a Star Destroyer type of spaceship, like a capital ship or something. And they're slower moving ones, but you get to customize what type of guns are on them, what type of shield. And the thing is, when you're battling, you have to switch your power so that the shields either get more power or your thrusters and stuff like that.
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
awesome.
rad, and it's like a 12 on 12 type of game. So there's 12 capital ships against 12 other ones, and there's different classes. There's a heavier ones, there's some level ones, and you can jump through slip space as a move in the game, so that you can pop up behind them.
That's awesome.
They have like a cinematic trailer for that when it was first announced.
That game looks really good. Look it up, if you guys can.
It was like a giant, like a bunch of like small little fighters, and then like Sergio was just saying with the slip space, all of a sudden like giant slip space portal opens, and the ship like the size of the Death Star just pops out of the portal and crushes them. Somebody turned that into a GIF, and they made like all the fighter planes look like consoles, and then they turned the dreadnought that pops out into a giant like a computer tower that pops out and crushes the consoles. I had to do it.
Dude, I'm glad that there's just so much more sci-fi stuff coming out. Because, I mean, I like fantasy. Fantasy is great, but I feel like there's just been just a deluge of too many fantasy games lately. Like,
So
I mean, I like sword and sorcery and dragons as much as the next guy, but give us space, give us aliens, give us some sci-fi goodness.
like real sci-fi, not like Gears of War sci-fi or like any of that. I mean like real space sci-fi, space operas and stuff like that. I love that.
Yeah, space operas.
The stuff that you watched when you were a kid, look up at the sky and that'd be awesome. Or depending on the movie you watched.
Yeah. So as Cody mentioned earlier, Star Wars stuff. When I was little, when the first time I watched Star Wars, what grabbed me wasn't the lightsabers or the Force. What grabbed me were those awesome X-wing space battles with TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Those were the parts that I rewatched over and over again on the VHS tapes. I was just like, man, I want an X-wing real bad.
What gripped me was those amazing lines.
Which brings us to the Star Wars movie. Is that the movie's called Rogue One?
I just got an influx of so many
Me too.
voices just now.
Skype freaked the hell out right there. That was interesting.
Me too.
Yeah.
But the new movie's called Rogue One, and it has to do with the Rogue Squadron.
Rogue One.
So it's more space battles.
That's great. The space battles are always like the best part. Was it in was it Empire where Darth Vader's flying around in his TIE fighter, but then like his homies get destroyed, so he just flies away?
Empire,
that's a New Hope. That's New Hope.
Was it New Hope?
It was Empire.
That's at the end. Well, he gets hit and he like flies. He like twirls around. At the end of Empire, he doesn't get in a spaceship.
Oh, right.
It's in the end of New Hope.
See, the funny thing is, the first Star Wars movie I saw like start to finish was Empire, but then I saw New Hope like right in the middle. It was weird.
No, I was the same way. I saw the last two first, and then the first one.
Yeah,
because my uncle had all the VHS tapes, so I just watched them in whatever order, and I watched the crap out of that Hoth battle.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Yeah, like I saw Empire, then I saw half of A New Hope, which I didn't know it was A New Hope at the time, and then I saw Jedi, and then like when I watched A New Hope for the first time, I was like, "What is all of this?" Like I don't remember any of this, because I thought the last half of A New Hope was part of Empire, but it wasn't at all. So that was a fun thing for my childhood.
Sad thing is, guys, there are kids out there now who would say they watched the prequels for the first time. And not there.
I would say that's a good thing that they watch the prequels first, because then they'll be able to watch the older movies and see how much better those are.
True.
Now that's what I call pod racing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That acting now.
If there's one thing good that the second trilogy did, the prequels did, is that it really opened up the universe more. Like you got to see.
Uh-oh.
Aliens. It was like it was amazing. You could almost imagine it. It felt a lot bigger than it seemed in the first three, because I mean they didn't have the budget in the first three to really make things. I mean in the original. Oh, did you guys hear that the original cuts of the movies are coming out on Blu-ray?
I heard, girl. I heard.
Oh yes.
Officially?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about officially. Officially?
No, I heard it was official. Yeah, I heard it was official.
I just heard. I read the rumor reports, but I didn't know it was official. Where'd you read this so I could read it? You tell me after podcast, and I'll beat you up.
Yeah.
Beat me
Give me a source, or I'm going to beat you up after class, sir.
There's a playground outside of my house. We'll meet there, and we'll beat you up. But no, I mean, I cannot wait if that's
Yeah.
true what you just said, because that's the reason why I've been holding back off of getting that Blu-ray 7 Blu-ray disc set, because I
Here
was
you
like,
go.
I think.
See original movies in original
Th-
format.
Mhm.
there's a thing on Reddit about it, which I
Does
don't
it
understand
link
Reddit,
to
so
a news article?
let me
A
click on it.
legitimate
Yes,
source?
Is it
from
comicbook.com
oh
or
gosh,
something?
no, not comicbook.com. I don't understand Reddit, guys. That's why I don't ever use it.
Cody's just sitting there like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Uh,
Cody. It's
fucking
under our
plebs.
movies, so.
Are you talking about the one shot movie?
No, we're talking
One-shot
about we're
talk
talking about they're re-releasing their original cuts of Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and
I
6
think I
on
know what
Blu-ray.
article you were talking about, but yeah, I don't know where it is
Yeah.
in particular.
But anyway, if that happens, I'm buying it so fast.
I will buy it so hard. I don't
Just-
usually spend money on myself, but that's definitely
Yeah.
something I would spend money on me.
I don't want
Yeah.
to. Everybody. I said it. You can all give me those terrible looks. I liked episode 3.
I legitimately did not hear a single word you said.
I didn't hear anything either. I liked Episode 3 though. Also,
Skype
I
is
like
being
episode-
really weird tonight for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
here's my
But
opinion. I
Empire's
feel
my
like the
favorite.
first movie could have just been an intro to Episode 2, and then Episode 3 would have
I
been
feel like
the main one.
movie. They could
What?
have just
Oh, wait,
movie.
Wait, are we ranking the prequels?
Sure. Why not?
3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna say 3, 1, 2.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I put one there because of one thing. One thing made
Darth
one
Maul.
a fantastic movie.
What's that?
Darth freaking Maul.
Yeah.
Darth Maul
Yeah.
was the best character. He should have been in all 3 movies.
Technically, he hasn't died
Ugh.
yet. Technically.
Yeah. He's
Darth
still
Maul, he
alive.
got cut in half and he fell down a shaft.
Yeah,
You
but
obviously did
since
not watch the Clone Wars animated
Yeah.
TV show.
since
Which is
Disney
canon.
since Disney bought everything, like Shane said, everything else is not canon with the exception of episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and also the Clone Wars, and also this new Rebel Star Wars show, and any
So, wait,
movies, books, and comics moving forward. So Darth Maul survived, and he was in Clone Wars, and he wasn't killed in this show, and he has a comic book that shows that he escaped.
Yeah.
So he's still alive.
Really? Awesome.
Spider
Great.
He used the Force to put himself back
Basically.
together.
Spider legs. Ah.
Body.
Yeah, he used the dark side to keep his body alive.
He had
Well,
got actual like legit. What?
I didn't catch that at all.
Is it, or is it just Skype?
It's happening to like all of us, but it's happening to you in particular, Shane, a lot. I don't know if anybody can
Yeah.
hear me.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can hear you, Cody. I can hear you.
Skype, please.
Because I'm
You know
wondering
what's cool
if my
about Darth
recording,
Maul? You know
the
what's cool
recording
about
up there
Darth
is
Maul?
fucking things up. It's gonna stop it.
You know what's cool about
Okay.
Darth Maul in the show is that he was voiced by Starkiller from the video games.
Yes. That was.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I highly recommend.
but yeah,
that
Star Wars is just.
the Clone Wars show because it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Is it on Netflix? I could have sworn I saw it
Yes.
on Netflix.
Yes, it is.
All
It is.
6
Okay, I'll watch it then.
There's
I'll watch
somewhere
it
on
then.
Reddit though. There's like a list somewhere where apparently the chronological like release order of Clone Wars was completely fucked up. They just like mix and matched episodes all over the place. So somebody on Reddit and there's other websites
Really?
too have like rearranged stuff. Basically, I guess from what I've heard is like they designed it one way, and then like they wrote it all out
Yeah.
one way, and then Steven Spielberg was just like, no, I don't like it this way, so I'm gonna take this episode and put it over here, and blah 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 blah,
yeah.
and it just became a giant mess. So if you do decide to watch it, or anyone else is listening to watch it, look up online, and people have put it in like actual chronological order of like the actual events, and it's crazy the list. Like something, it'll be like the first episode, the second episode, then something from episode from like season 3 is the third episode. Like it just stuff got thrown all over the place. It's crazy what happened.
Wow.
And I just wanted to mention, like, since we're on the topic of Star Wars and everything, Star Wars Rebels, which is the new cartoon, actually got really good near the end of the season. Its first season, and tied into Clone Wars.
Which is great.
That means everything from the Clone Wars is canon.
Yeah. And it just formed a stronger connection to the main series, which is great.
Yeah. Cody, can you like send me a link to the actual thing later, like on Facebook or something?
But or else he's gonna beat you up in the playground.
Yeah.
Yep. You and me, playground, sandbox, probably. Jungle gym, swings. I'm just naming things on the playground now.
Okay, if you guys want to find it, like
Star
everybody's
Wars
listening.
Is just one of those universes that I'm. Yeah.
Sorry, if anybody's listening and they want to find the list, it's actually it's on IGN. It's called
IGN?
Star Wars,
Okay.
The Clone Wars, How to Watch in Chronological Order, and they've got a full list of all the episodes. But yeah, it's like, all right, the first episode they say to watch is in season 2, episode 16.
Whoa.
Then season 1, episode 16. Then season 3, episode 1. Then season 3, episode 3. Then you finally get to episode 1 of season 1. It jumps around
that don't make no
so
sense,
much.
Girl.
Wow.
Because
That's
it's just like,
crazy.
and people have said that, like, who watched it when it was actually coming out, have said that there was lots of times you're like, what the fuck is going on? Wait, that happened, like, wait, what? You know? So this supposedly makes way more sense.
Yeah.
See, obviously I didn't know any of that stuff because I watched it straight through and I didn't get any confusion. I had no idea out of order.
That's great. I'm gonna watch it because Star Wars is just one of those. I just love the universe. It's one of those things that I hold dear to my heart. Kind of like some other things in that is like, say, like Metroid. I love the Metroid universe. Zelda, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z. Like that's Dragon Ball Z is a core thing in my childhood. Like me and my brother would watch it on Toonami all the time, and it was fantastic. So I'm really looking forward. I really want to play Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse, or is it just Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
Yeah, like
and they spelled Xenoverse with an X, so you don't get it confused.
Yeah, with an X. Yeah. Like I want to play that game because it looks great. It looks fun.
It looks great to me too. I heard that this is one of the better Dragon Ball Z games, and
that's
see
what I
the
hear
thing.
too.
What people are dogging the game about is that it's too simple. But for me, who doesn't play fighters normally, I don't care. I don't give a fuck because I'm not good at fighter games. I want something to make me feel like a badass, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I've been taking PCP self-plug.
Yeah, like when it comes to fighting games in the Dragon Ball Z universe, I feel like they can never. You can't recreate fights from Dragon Ball Z in a fighting game. It's impossible. You cannot do that. But I feel like games like Xenoverse or Budokai, the Budokai series, did a good job at trying to imitate it. You know, but granted, a lot of times it was like in cutscene type fight, like moves and whatnot. But I think it was okay. Like it did a great job at it. So, and I hear Xenoverse does it really, really well. And
you can also the one of the biggest draws for me is that you can create your own character and have your own Saiyan go to Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like the story mode around Xenoverse is you create your own character, and that character is a time traveler, so you get to go throughout all the different sagas and meet all the characters in the Dragon Ball Z universe, Xenoverse, and fight them or be friends with them or whatever, and it's awesome. It's great.
Give a shout.
Yep. And even what's his face from Oh, I wonder if they have Frieza's new form. The whole that disco party Frieza version.
Disco Party Frieza?
Disco
Yeah.
Party Frieza.
They
Yeah, he's
probably
like-
do have it in there. I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? He's
Here-
like green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he's
blue.
gold and purple. He's gold and
Yeah.
purple.
Here's a question
What's up?
that's always bothered me. And it's going to seem like a really stupid question.
Mhm.
Is Frieza a
A
guy? Girl?
It's a guy.
He's a guy. He's a very feminine guy. Very feminine guy.
Very feminine guy.
But I'm pretty sure he's voiced by a woman. In English,
Yeah,
at least.
probably. But the thing is,
That's
he
where
didn't have
my
to
confusion
compensate.
came.
He didn't have to compensate. He destroyed whole worlds with his finger. All right, he's a
Just
badass.
a finger.
Yeah. All right.
He
The
just
only
folded
way
up like
people
that?
the only way people were able to kill this guy was to make a mythical story real by becoming a Super Saiyan, which was just fake at that time.
Mhm.
And even then, Frieza only
Still
died
came back.
via his own hubris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his fault.
And he still
when
came back from
but
it.
when he fought Trunks, that that was his fault.
Then he just got sliced and diced. Like,
Fascinating, actually, to watch that episode because I was like,
yeah.
oh shit, Frieza's back! And then he gets beaten up in like
Yeah.
2 seconds by Trump.
Well, see, the whole thing was
Yeah,
like,
that was
if
so-
Frieza's a chump, then who the heck are they gonna fight? That's worse, which is Cell, which is a crazy badass.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Cell and Majin Buu were great villains and everything, but they were never as cool as Frieza. Like, they're never as like they're not as iconic as Frieza is.
I think
or
what
was.
I think what you're
I still is.
I think you're right because Frieza was so bad that he turned the bad guys good. Vegeta,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like Vegeta was like, "Oh man, I hate this guy. He's a bad guy," and Frieza, no, Goku, we're friends. We're fighting this dude. Like,
Even Goku's dad, who was originally a bad guy, turned into a good guy because of how bad Frieza was.
yeah,
And then so
Just
starts the
wanted to
Superman
say-
story.
Best character in Dragon Ball Z universe, though, Hercule.
But oh yes, of course.
Yeah,
You mean
can't
Mr.
argue with
Satan?
Hercule. Mr.
Mhm.
Satan.
Mr.
Mr.
Satan.
Satan. Mr. Satan.
I like that. That's his name, Mr. Satan, but they changed it to Hercule.
He is my favorite character.
You guys
in
are
the whole show.
you guys
I
are
don't
saying it
care.
wrong. His name is Mr. Satin.
Saturn. That's
It's
right.
Clearly Satan.
Satan. Satan.
Clearly Mr.
Satan.
Satan. Satan.
Did you know Satan's just an anagram for Santa?
Yep.
All right.
No, not anagram. It's I forgot the word. But Santa's
Kinda
insane.
Yeah.
Or Satan's insane. One of those. It's a weird.
Just kind of
Sex
like Tom
party.
Riddle. Tom Riddle's is an anagram for I am Lord Voldemort.
Oh yeah. I feel like she had the name. She's like, how can I make this relevant? She's like, oh, here we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
This is
that's
what
the
his
most
name
incredible
was.
part. What's crazy about that is that his name, Tom Riddle, it literally spells out the words I am and the. It couldn't just say Voldemort or something.
Yeah.
And I was reading somewhere too,
That's
like when they translate it in other languages, they have to come up with new names because she wants to keep that consistent across all languages.
Wow.
Oh.
That's tough.
'Cause it's hard out here for a pimp named Voldemort.
Trying to make this money for a rent.
Remember that movie? Plus One Flow?
Never seen it.
Okay.
Never.
Which was the guy who
I like
I
how
could
you
just
just
stop
drop.
immediately. Okay.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
was just thinking that the guy from the movie The New Guy is in
I
it,
got-
and so is original War Machine.
I am War Machine. Bada 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 War Machine.
Never gonna get my own movie.
This should be a War Machine movie, starring Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Don Cheadle's always like busy trying to help people in Hotel Rwanda. He can't make another War Machine.
and yet
Every
he has time.
Whenever he's not making a movie, he's remaking Hotel Rwanda, where he's walking on the road and he's stepping on dead bodies.
And yet he still has time to dress up as Captain Planet and turn people into trees.
Yep.
Yeah, that's more important than Hotel Rwanda, though. This is a PG-13 podcast.
I don't know where we could go from here. So let's talk about Bloodborne.
Speaking of Rwanda,
blood in. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Speaking of Rwanda, where there's a mass genocide, Bloodborne was coming out.
God,
Some might say
terrible.
Some might say that was too soon.
That was
Good God, y'all.
I'm not
Probably.
one of the
So
but
yeah,
some might say too soon.
There's a massive info leak for Bloodborne, which, Shane, I know you're all about that Bloodborne.
Yes. So basically,
Here's the thing for me. I was okay about Bloodborne, but with what Shane showed me made me super excited.
I'm so on board for Bloodborne. The monster design is amazing. I love it so much. I love the aesthetics of that game.
Yep.
Oh, it
So
looks...
basically, what happened is the game came out early, aka people broke the street date in Dubai, and a bunch of people got it. And then on Thursday, apparently reviewers started these and playing. And today was like the day that all of them kind of put it down. On the third day, they rested. and,
That's the best thing you could have said.
and basically, it came out and said, "Hey guys, this game's pretty damn good."
Wait,
I
but I thought
can't
people
talk
are
about
angry that this game's gonna be a fast-paced,
Yeah.
easier version of Dark Souls.
Faster paced, yes. Easier, no way. It's
For really quick, for all of us, if I might take a quick poll, for all of us who's played the Dark Souls and Demon Souls game, which one's the hardest?
Demon Souls. I
Demon
will actually
Souls.
say Demon Souls is harder.
Demon Souls is so hard. Dark Souls was easy.
There were certain bosses in Dark Souls that I would say rival Demon Souls bosses.
But I'd say overall, on the whole,
I
Demon
would say Demon Souls is harder, yeah.
Souls is unforgivable.
But see, that's where it comes in that Bloodborne is basically a spiritual successor to Demon Souls, not Dark Souls. So,
just so you guys know, we are not sponsored by Demon Souls or From Software.
no. We just really like their games.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by From Software. We're sponsored by Two Software.
Two software.
From and To.
God damn it!
I'm going to laugh by myself.
The thing that I really, really want to get out is more spec details on it, because it's not going to be in there until day one patch happens.
Yeah.
Is they found a stat called Beasthood, which can slowly go up, and there is a meter associated which slowly fills up when you're killing monsters and doing a few other things.
Yeah.
And that's
when
when your
you
gang
hit-
takes over Los Santos. When you're gangster mode or beast mode.
So people have been able to get what happens. Now,
Say that one more time, because I
Sure.
didn't hear anything.
okay, so the meter gets to max for a lot of people, and then nothing happens because obviously it's not implemented yet. But everybody's pretty much positive at this point that it confirms beast mode is in the game, which basically means two things. You can fuck around and get beast mode activated and then go invade somebody for PvP and be a monster and really screw people over.
Yeah.
Or be in co-op, and the meter fills up and you turn into a monster and you turn on the people that you co-op bring.
That's cool.
Both of those ideas are pretty great.
And then
Yeah.
the third thing that I want to bring up is We have heard absolutely nothing about covenants in the game. Covenants obviously are like the people that you choose to align yourself with in the other
Well,
games.
it's because they're talking to they're waiting for the prophet of truth to let them know what to do. It's
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But some versions of covenants, most people are speculating it'll be to do with what kind of beast you turn into. So there will be one that turns you into a werewolf
the
in some of
Lycan
the
group.
videos.
A lycanthrope.
There's one that'll possibly turn you into a spider-like creature with
A no
multiple
Lycan
arms.
group.
There's one that'll turn you into a vampire, basically.
You know, this makes sense now that you're saying all this because that whole setting is just begging for werewolves, vampires, Frankenstein monsters, and all the transmutation stuff.
Yep.
So what you're telling me is that this is basically the order, but
1886.
it's an actual game.
Yes.
I was wondering
better.
why. I was wondering what I put Order 1886 in my Blu-ray player, and it was a lovely movie. I'd recommend it.
I can agree with that. I have.
No, I haven't played the game. I don't know what I'm talking about. I had to return
I
it
also
at Blockbuster, so
I also watched the free movie on YouTube, The Order 1866. It was a good movie. You can watch it for free on YouTube. Don't pay $60.
I'm still gonna get the game whenever I get a PS4.
I'm waiting for it to get a price drop before I
yeah.
try it out.
But I'm just gonna say, there's only 2 weeks left until Bloodborne comes out, guys. And as you know, I've been streaming Dark Souls, and I will be streaming my Dark Souls 1 playthrough again next weekend. But I think you can all guess what the weekend after that will be. And I'll leave it at
Jamestown Plus.
no. Or there
Metal
might even
Slug?
be an earlier than Saturday stream, because honestly, I'm going to be playing Bloodborne pretty much every day of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's exciting. That's all.
I'm looking forward to that game. I want to put a lot of time in that. But before I do that, I need to finish all the games I'm playing right now. So I think this might be a good time to move into what are we playing, what are we looking forward to. So I've been playing Hotline Miami 2, which great game. I intend on beating it before next Saturday, of course. I am going to be putting in a lot of time with Ori and the Blind Forest. I have no idea how long that game is. So I'm looking forward to getting more time with it. I'm probably going to record the entire thing because I recorded most of it on stream. I got like 2 or 3 hours into it. So that was great. And Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 3 came out, which was the puzzle-heavy episode. And it was great. I liked it. The puzzles weren't that difficult. I didn't think they were difficult, really. It was mostly just a lot of backtracking, running back and forth. Oh, you can move this thing over here, move that thing over there. It was this whole rigmarole, but it was great. I enjoyed it. The boss fights were interesting. Well, not okay. The first boss was okay. Just make him hot and then kill him. The second one was just creepy. It's creepy. But otherwise, the same strategies apply. But yeah, those 3 games I've just been putting a lot of time into. So yeah, that's all I've been playing. Sergio, what about you? What have you been playing?
So my computer started smoking, and then the motherboard died. So I had to It's I will get my computer back, or I'm getting a new motherboard, and it will come back to me beginning of next week. And
Okay.
with that, I'm gonna start streaming my playthrough of Alien Isolation because
Nice.
I've been wanting to play that, even though everyone says just stop after the first 4 hours or 5 hours. So I'm gonna get.
Those people are fools.
I
I
have that
feel
game
like-
behind me still. I haven't
Here's the thing.
tried.
When it comes to me and film, I like slow moving movies, slow burns. And when it comes to video games, I tend to like those too. So I feel like this game will be right up my alley just because of the fact that it's slow, nothing much happens, and then it'll randomly do stuff.
Thing is, that first Alien movie. Like,
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
That first Alien movie.
It matches perfectly with the first Alien movie because the first Alien movie was a slow burn. It's not like a straight in your face horror. It's just you have to appreciate the intensity and the slow burn, and then the reveal of the alien, and everybody freaking out.
Which is great because that movie at the time was crazy. Since another thing they did was that the main character didn't even survive because the main character was Dallas in that movie, and then he dies, and you're just like, what? And then end up this girl named Ripley is just she's a survivor and she makes it out, and you're just like, she's a girl though, I don't understand sexism, machismo, and then and then I spawned the series.
Yeah. So Alien Isolation, that's the only thing you're playing?
Yeah, Friday or Sunday, or maybe even Thursday. One of those days I will be streaming it.
Nice. Looking forward to that. Shane, how about you? What are you playing? What are you looking forward to?
Started a shirtless Soul Level 1 run through of Dark 1. Work at all, and I can't wear a shirt the entire time. Not me personally, my character. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna put anything on through that. But I've streamed that for a little while today and got to the first bell, which is actually surprisingly good for being stuck at Soul Level 1. And I've also been playing Helldivers. Yeah.
Ooh, Helldivers.
I want to play that game.
Yeah, I really want to get through stuff so I could get to Helldivers.
I kind of need somebody else to get to Helldivers because it kind of it's alright, but it's more fun if you have other people.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That the game is more dependent on co-op.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just extremely balls difficult.
Which, I mean, it's the same thing with the Magic games. If you ever try to play them on your own, it was kind of like, okay.
I got pretty far Magica by myself, I must say.
But did you have fun?
There's a Let's Play of it somewhere. Oh, I had a lot of fun because I figured out my perfect combination. I just destroyed everything with it.
Remember that time we all played Diablo and I lagged about a minute behind?
Yes.
That was amazing.
It was like more than a minute. It's like 5 minutes.
It was way more.
It was so awesome.
Minutes.
We would clear like the entire dungeon, and then there'd just be Sergio at the beginning, like, "What's up?"
So let's do this, guys. Like, we're done already.
We're like, what?
It was very funny.
Like you're talking to Deckard Cain for the first time, and then we just slayed Diablo.
Let me talk to you for a second. Oh wait, dang.
Stay a while and listen.
I didn't mean stay that long.
Diablo, but
I really have nothing else to talk to you about. I don't know why you're hanging out here. It's because I'm laggy. Okay, well,
you could say that you're just waiting for the next expansion.
That's true.
Which, by the way, Blizzard, I am. If
you merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. Wait, that's wrong person.
No, that's Deckard Cain.
That's Deckard Cain. Before he died. Like,
God. Why would you?
I'm sorry,
why
I
would you-
spoiled it.
Yeah,
Why would you
I
remind me of
spoiled
that?
it.
Oh, well.
Granted, and we all know what you're looking forward to, Shane. Bloodborne.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your thing to do.
Yeah.
So Cody, how about you? More D&D?
Trying to. People are annoying and hard to wrangle.
Is somebody back?
Oh,
Yeah, I know that was somebody else, not me. I'm supposedly playing tomorrow for my birthday. Birthday.
yeah.
Um,
Birthday.
so supposedly we're playing tomorrow, so that's good.
You mean today?
Yeah.
Today, tomorrow, whatever the day is. Speaking of my birthday, I left earlier because my dad handed me my gift, and then inside of an envelope, it just had this. It says chair.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
My dad's like, open it. I spent a lot of time on that.
Oh my goodness.
I love my dad so
something that
much.
you guys are
Like,
seeing.
That's amazing.
That's a good
We
show.
are on the same page.
so yeah, I like how it has little dollar signs, says coupon, and then chair in the middle.
Like how visual it is. Like I can see
Very
everything.
visual.
So basically, I've been looking at getting a DX Racer chair, and those are a bit expensive. If you haven't ever looked up a DX Racer, we should totally get sponsored. Come on.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anything would be great.
Buy them and
Yeah.
a bunch of other people. who want
Yeah.
sponsors.
They're kind of expensive, but I've been looking at getting one of them because they apparently feel like heaven and last forever. And I'm sick and tired of buying really cheap chairs that fall apart really quickly. This chair is the IKEA Marcus. It's okay, but it's not necessarily designed for bigger people like me, especially bigger people like me who live in the fucking chair. So, it's the padding's kind of gone to hell, and it just doesn't have very good back support for sitting in it every day. So I was like, hey, I need to get a chair. Let's talk to him. So hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll have that DX Racer. Hey, do it.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. Hey man, they sponsor everybody.
Well, that's
Like all the Twitch people, all the StarCraft people, like YouTube people, everybody's got them.
I mean, I've heard nothing but great things about their chairs.
Yeah.
I was looking up reviews, like I never found like a single bad review. So
Yeah.
hey,
Exactly. Because there's nothing bad about those chairs.
they're perfect.
They're
now.
great, fantastic.
The only thing that's
chairs.
bad about those chairs isn't necessarily the chair; it's the website. There's like 50 fucking types, and I have no idea which one to get. It's basically like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of chairs. Pick one. They're all like $350 plus, but you have no idea what the difference is. Yay! So
Yeah.
I'll take the blue one.
pretty much, yeah. I was trying to find out which one Total Biscuit had because we have similar builds and stuff, and I was like, hey, I'll just get the one he has. It's fucking impossible. Like, he never says anywhere. I watched a 25-minute video where he shows his entire room, and talks about every single thing in that room except the fucking chair. Every fucking thing. I'm like,
That's pretty
just
fucking
tell me the chair. And he just ignore. He talks about like the foam panels to block out the sound, and his green screen, and his air conditioner, and his
He's
fucking
just, like-
carpet, and everything, but not the chair.
Have you just tweeting him, asking him?
I've looked, like people have tweeted him. He doesn't answer.
I think I saw that video too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like, yeah, we'll watch this. Maybe it'll tell. Like, oh, he'll have to say the chair in this video. No.
It's like total biscuit. It's more like partial biscuit.
I'm getting way too loud. I forgot my windows open. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
No.
Cody, what are you playing? What are you looking forward to?
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm looking
playing
forward to my
D&D.
chair. I'm playing D&D. Basically, I played Sid Meier's Starships for like an hour. It was, it's not a bad game, but it's definitely a mobile game. Like it's the PC.
Yeah.
There's literally no graphic settings. You can't even put it on full screen. It's only full screen windowed. There's no rebinding keys or anything like that. and the things that are like annoying about it are stuff that it's definitely the mobile stuff. Like, I built like a bunch of starships, and I was like, sweet, this is awesome. Like, that all worked fine. Now, how do I separate them into two different groups? You can't. You only get one starship fleet. So I built like 30 ships, thinking I was going to split these into a bunch of them. So I just had this giant ball of death that went around. Nothing could touch me, and it's funny because the AI does this weird thing where, like, if you get too far ahead of them, they can just surrender and become part of somebody else, which is of course never you. And they just surrender, and like all their planets and stuff go to one of the other races, but you still only get one fleet. So it's basically me versus everybody else, all mashed together, but they only have the. So it makes they're like, oh no, they're too much. I surrender. I'm gonna go join these guys, and it just makes the game really, really, really like way easier than it was even before, because everything comes down to just one fleet versus your one fleet. So it could have been really cool, and it wasn't terrible. Like I think if you're playing it on a phone or a tablet, it'd be a good game, but it's not that great on PC. Like I said,
That's unfortunate.
I played it for like an hour, and I was like, I've seen everything I was gonna see in this game. Okay, I'm done. And then I'm also looking forward to, not this week, but next week, Pillars of Eternity finally comes out. Looking forward to that so much.
Pillars of Eternity.
Game looks amazing. It's like Baldur's Gate on crack. Looks so
hopefully,
good. On PCP.
PCP.
Yeah.
Hopefully next weekend PCP will get together, maybe, hopefully, for other birthday festivities.
Bursday in real life.
I'm up for that.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk more after the podcast.
Everyone who agrees say, hey, LMAO.
Nope. Not gonna say it.
No.
Alright, and on that note.
So, I think that's everything?
Yeah.
Pretty
That's everything.
much. I like how I just want to say I like how this week had literally no news, and it's the longest podcast we've done.
That's how we do things here. That's how we do things here at PCP, the Pixel Clicks podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. Find us on twitch.tv/PixelClicksPodcast, youtube.com/PixelClicksPodcast, facebook.com/PixelClicksPodcast, and possibly you'll see Pixel Clicks Podcast in other things. Soon.
Like your cookie jar, your mouth, your eyeball, on your belly, in a pizza,
in your bed,
Anus.
in a man.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Find us in all the things. Find my articles on pixelatedgeek.com. Find us wherever you can. Twitter, all that great stuff. Yeah, we're all Shane's at Cartoonic21. Sergio is Sergio. I am Jordan Isabel. Cody is
Cody_Franklin.
That's what his is.
Sure, okay. I'm glad you know, because I know.
I apparently have you in my followers list. I don't know.
So find us on all those things, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.